Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my favorite Digimon group. Uh, there are quite a few groups of Digimon within the series, right? I think the biggest one is the Royal Knights. Everybody knows who the Royal Knights are. The second biggest one is probably the Seven Great Demon Lords, I think is what they're called. Right? Like, you got Beelzemon, Lilithmon, um, and others. Belphemon is the one I was thinking of. But like the Royal Knights are the big one, and then there are a bunch of like smaller ones that people don't really know about, like the Three Musketeers. People know who Gundramon is. Everybody laughs about Gundramon looking ridiculous. Um, and then there's Starmon, which is just female Beelzemon. And then there's the third one, who I don't even know what his name is, but like there are a bunch of different groups within the Digimon series, and so I'm just going to be talking about my favorite one out of them. And now, if you ignore the thumbnail, which probably gives it away, like my YouTube avatar is probably a good indicator of what my favorite group is, right? And my favorite Digimon group is the Boncho group, or Boncho group. This is a group of 5 Digimon based on like Japanese delinquents, and I am a big fan of Japanese delinquent stuff. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm incredibly well versed in it, right? I haven't read everything, I haven't seen everything. I read what I can find that's fully translated. Like, I've read Kyokar Oriwa, which is what my my avatar comes from. Like, Angel Densetsu, Rookies, um, a few other things. Like, I guess Beelzebub probably counts. So I am a big fan of Japanese delinquent stuff, and this is just a Digimon group based on that, with sort of like a weird like rivalry with the D Brigade, which I'm less familiar with. I know that's where Darkdramon comes with, and Boncho Leomon and Darkdramon can jogress to become Chaosmon. I'm not going to be talking much about like the lore of the Bonchos, because I don't really know it too much, and there's not like a whole lot. Like, so I'm just going to be talking about mainly the 5 Digimon. So let's kick it off with Boncho Leomon, right? This is the first one. He first appeared in some, I think it was like a VPET, but where I recognize him from is the Digimon World DS game. That's where I first saw him, and that's sort of where I became a big fan of his design, even before I knew about the Japanese delinquent stuff, right? I don't know. I was never a big fan of regular Leomon. I really like Saber Leomon. And so I can't remember exactly how I first saw Boncho Leomon in Digimon World DS. I don't remember if it was I was trying to get Saber Leomon and he was just at the end of Leomon's evolution line, or if I just saw him, like, if he's a wild encounter you can fight. But I remember seeing him and just really liking the design. He just looks really cool, right? Like, the white hair, the outfit is neat, like the jacket sort of draped over his shoulders. He looks cool. I really, really like Boncho Leomon's design. And so yeah, so he was the first member of the group in like 2005, 2006, I think is when Digimon Story came out, but I think he first appeared in 2005 in some VPET. And then, gosh, it was like 9 years until they started adding more of them. And so this, like, I think they started adding them in like 2014, which was right around when I was sort of, like, I never fell off Digimon like I have a lot of things over time. But like, my interest in it sort of comes and goes, right? Cross Wars came out, I watched a little bit of it, and then it sort of faded away. I did watch the first season of that show dubbed, because I hadn't really gotten into subbed anime at the time, and it was okay. But then the lead up to Try getting announced, and basically the excitement around a adventure follow-up sort of brought me back in, and that was around 2014. So right around that same time, they started introducing more Boncho Digimon. Now, I don't know what order they were released in. I'm just doing them sort of in the order that Wikimon had them listed in. And so the second one here is Boncho Mamimon. I like Mamimons. They're not my favorite. They're little bulls. They're cool. I really like this one. Like, he's got the little hat. All the Bonchos have, like, the jacket that sort of, like, flows behind them almost like a cape. But I really like how this Mamemon is based on, like, baseball. Like, the Mamemon himself is a baseball. He's got his 2 baseball bats that he, like, I guess fights with. And again, I like Japanese delinquent stuff. I don't really know the history of it or what. I don't know why baseball seems to be, like, a thing with delinquents. Like, I've read Rookies. I've seen the Rookies TV show. I like it a lot. So I like having one of these, like, delinquent-inspired Digimon have a baseball theme. But I don't know if that's something that has always been a thing. Like, I don't know if, like, in Japan, baseball was, like when people talked about baseball, they would, like, I don't know, like, I don't get the connection. But it is really neat. His design's really cool. He's got, like, the stitching down his face, because he is a baseball. He's got the ridiculous giant hands, and his 2 little baseball bats, and he's got, like, all these little baseballs that sort of hover around him. His design's really cool. I like him. The next one is Boncho Leomon. I like this one a lot, right? She's got, like, this whole Sukeban Deka thing going on, which is an OVA that I watched, like, one of or half of, I forget. But I have watched a bit of Sukeban Deka, and, like, I think this is what they're trying to evoke. Like, I don't know if Sukeban Deka started the yo-yo thing, but I remember in that she used, like, a yo-yo as a weapon. I don't know if that was just something that was attributed to delinquents, sort of like baseball. I don't know what the connection is exactly. But I think the design's really good. The red jacket looks nice, and I think the rest of them all have black ones, so this helps, like, make her stand out a bit. You see sort of, like, her wings folded up behind, her long, like, vine hair flowing behind her. It's a good design, and I've always had, like, I don't know, growing up, I never really cared about, like, I didn't really like the girl things in shows, right? Like, I like Power Rangers. I didn't have a lot of the female Power Ranger toys, right? Like, so I'd have red and blue and the black one, but I didn't really get yellow or pink. I don't know. I've always really liked Lilymon. Like, I had a full set of, like, when the first season was airing. Like, I had, like, you know, the little, like, crappy toys where you would, like, have, like, a lever, or, like, I think with Palmon you would twist the little, like, the thing on the top of her head and her arms would move, or maybe that was Togemon. But, like, I had a Lilymon one of those, a Togemon one of those, and a Palmon one of those. I had, like, the whole line of those. And I don't know what it is. Lilymon has just always been a Digimon I really liked. I'm not the biggest fan of Rosemon. I think it's fine. But this is just a really good Mega Level evolution for a Lilymon line, and I really enjoy it a lot. And the Togemon Yo-Yo is a great touch. Next up is Stingmon, which, I don't know, he just does not have a lot of, like, artwork. Like, all the pictures that you're going to see in this video I got from Wikimon. He's got, like, his main, like, the little main Digimon art that you always get. But then you go down to the images and he's just got, like, nothing. He only has this one piece of stock art, and maybe Wikimon just isn't up to date. But, like, I think his design's really good, and I'd like to see more artwork with it. I don't know what his little, like, stingers on his hand are for weapons. Like, I don't know. Those, to me, don't scream delinquent stuff. But they look neat. I really like Stingmon in red. I think he looks really good red. I think, like, the longer hair looks good. The little, like, bugs flying around him, I don't know what those are supposed to be. If there's supposed to, like, with Mamemon, he had the little balls that kind of looked like little Mamemons. I don't know if these are supposed to be something. They look cool, though. I really like the Stingmon design. And I think it's a really good, again, just like Lilymon, I think Boncho Leomon's a great mega level for Lilymon. I think this is a good mega level for Stingmon. It looks really cool. But just not a lot with him. And now the final Boncho one. This is the one that I like the least, right? Boncho Golemon. Oh, he also has a bunch of things flying around. I wonder if the other ones did too. Anyway, I'm not big on this design. I like Golemon. I like, recently he's been getting a lot of, like, he got a rookie stage. I forget what it's called. But, like, he got, like, some proper Digimon for an evolution line. But this design just really doesn't do it for me. Like, the face itself is weird. Like, the eye patch. And then, like, I don't know. The top of his body, right, where his like neck is. There's like a bottom jaw and then a little tiny head inside that, and I'm just not a big fan of it. Um, yeah, I'm just really not big on this design. It's definitely the weakest of the group in my opinion. Um, I don't know. Uh, but overall, the Boncho line is definitely my favorite group. I think I'm cool with it just being the five. I think some of these groups get a little, like, they get too big, right? The Royal Knights, there's so many Royal Knights. The Olympus 12, there was obviously going to be 12. Like, I don't know. I'm good with it just being five, and I don't really know any Digimon that would be a good fit for a Boncho form. I'd like a silly one to get a Boncho form, maybe. Like, one of the, like, Trashmons, like, a Boncho Sukamon might be fun. But for the most part, I think I'm fine with what we got. Uh, the group as a whole, I love. Boncho Golemon's my least favorite of the bunch. Um, I think maybe Boncho Leomon's my favorite, but I don't know. The other four are all great. Um, so yeah, that's my favorite Digimon group. I really like the Bonchos. I don't know if you got a favorite. Let me know in the comments, I guess. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.